Welcome to another episode of Transform and Roll Out, first stand of the Wreckers.
Hey, he said the thing.
Yeah.
We're going to pick up where we left off. The group followed Red Streak and EPM to their secret base in order to meet up with Prowl. And upon arriving, the group met up with Prowl, where they were informed of a secret group called the Wreckers and were asked to join. Prowl and Victory leave the group alone to decide if they wish to join or not. And action.
Wait.
Do we
So
get
are we like just in a
compensation?
room? Or...
Yeah, you guys are by yourself to decide if you want to join or not.
Oh, I know I'm in because Becador is my boss.
What's the health benefits? There are 401k.
Your health benefits are you're probably gonna die.
Nice.
That
I'm not a fan of that.
Borg, is Borg smashed?
I think you can
Probably
smash
most
Borg.
definitely Borg. Definitely smashing
Yes.
Borg.
Yes.
Wait, Borg, don't you already work for these people?
No.
Oh.
I love the confidence, buddy.
Yeah, you go.
You're doing amazing.
Borg would
Yeah.
though.
It's alright, Borg. But you're in regardless of prior employment status.
I'll just give Borg a job.
Okay.
I suppose I will. I'll give it a shot. See what it's like.
I mean, might be kind of fun.
I mean, I have to go with my sister, so I guess I'm going.
Yes.
Prowl and Becador enter the room again and with a couple of data pads, and they hand them all to you and says,
In here, you will find a contract that states that by joining the Wreckers, you are susceptible to injury on the job and even death. You cannot speak about the existence of this unit. You aren't allowed to return to your previous lives. Your information will be redacted and you will be classified as dead. And after each successful mission, you will get payment in Shanix.
Alex.
Yes, Borg, Shanix, the currency we use to buy material things.
So,
If you were to need any upgrades, weapons, or equipment, we will provide them here.
Oh, okay. So they'll give us weapons here. We don't have to go out and acquire them on our own.
We do have a scientist on the team that can craft us weapons, equipment, or anything we might need on the battlefield.
Ah, fantastic.
Frostfang's gonna sign hers once it's handed over.
Is there any fine print?
That's pretty much all that the contract states.
Okay, I'll sign it.
I would like to sign with my non-dominant hand.
What?
Borg just leaves scribbles on the pad and thinks he signs it.
No, but. Oh wow. I will also sign.
Borg ready.
Now that you've all agreed and have signed, Prowl takes all the data pads and says,
It's great to have you all on board, but we must begin training immediately. I know that some of you recruits have not seen action before, and I want to make sure you have the basic skills to defend yourself out on the battlefield. Is that clear?
Understood.
Yes,
Yeah.
boss.
Yes.
so you spend the next day training with different weapon styles and different weapons and learning survival tactics so they can help you out in the battlefield. Following a full day of training, you are exhausted, but Prowl enters the room and says,
Rise and shine, recruits! We have a mission for you. You are to rendezvous with one of our agents on Noxris. They have been trailing a group of Decepticon supporters and have important information. We received a distress call from them last night of a mysterious bot trailing them and are in need of support. Retrieving the data slug is the top priority. Rescuing them comes second. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah.
Do we have a name?
Rescue.
Your contact's name is Drillhead. This is a simple in and out mission.
In and out. Burger.
What is a burger?
What is that?
Borg, what's a burger? Could you clarify?
Burger?
Burger. Borg don't know.
Borger?
Did you just Borger? Yeah, Borger.
Borger.
Borger?
Borger.
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 In out. Borger. Borg hungry.
There's some Energon snacks outside, Borg. Go treat yourself.
Borg leave now.
here, and he hands over a data pad to Allegory and says,
Allegory, you are to lead this mission. You are the most experienced member of the group, so I expect you to complete this mission no matter what.
Yes, sir.
The data pad, once you look at it, Allegory, contains the coordinates of the contact and the information on the planet you will be traveling to.
Oh, with the whole planet. Okay.
Yeah, in addition, he says,
I have arranged transport with a group of explorers. Your cover is that you're a group of scientists looking to study the flora and fauna of Nyxoris. Your weapons will be stored in these crates as part of your equipment. Look for a ship called the Marauder and speak to a bot named Cross.
I'm feeling a sense of deja vu.
I'm scared by the name
Scaring
Cross.
me.
Wait a minute.
I'm afraid he's gonna fall in love with me.
The twist is he falls in love with Borg.
Primus, have I shared the documents I obtained at the Elite Guard headquarters and from that data pad with Prowl yet?
not yet. You've been kind of busy trying to get everybody cut up and trained, just so it all works out when you're out on the field and they don't have any casualties.
Okay. Is Prowl still in the room after he hands me this stuff?
Yes, he's still in the room.
Okay. Commander Prowl, before we go on this mission, would you have a couple minutes and maybe Beccadore to speak in private just for a couple minutes? I have some things I need to tell you.
This is a very urgent mission, so I need you to start preparing, but I can spare a few minutes.
Of course. Is now all right?
Yes, we can meet up in my office and discuss the information there.
Okay.
Prowl leaves the room.
Okay. I'm gonna follow. Do.
I'm gonna take everybody else and start getting things packed up and ready to go.
Borg walks in with a thingamabobber and says he found a Borger.
Oh my Borg, is that actually wait, is that
Borg
fuel?
called Borker.
Is that a fork?
Can I have a
What?
bite?
Hopper.
No.
What did you find, Borg? Explain it to us.
A thingamabobber. It's like this little tiny piece of metal that's got like 3 prongs on it. He attempts to scratch his head with it.
You feel a scratching sensation. Feels pretty good.
Borker.
Burger.
Was Borg's leg thump when he gets scratched in the right spot? This is important.
You see Borg start thumping the ground when he starts scratching his head.
Allegory, you arrive at Prowl's office, and Beccadore is also in the room with you.
Okay.
Says
We can speak here privately.
in the door, closest behind you.
Alright, so Beccadore and Prowl, I know this is a little bit out of the blue, and honestly, if it weren't for your track record, sir, from the archives in Beccadore, obviously I've worked with you before, I wouldn't even be sharing this information, but the day... How many days has it been since the bombing, DM? Or Primus?
Been 4 days.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. 4 days ago, I received a data pad from one of my clients, and I found on it, I don't even know if this is of use to you and your team here. I noticed that there were some files on the Decepticons and their movements on there. I found some bombing locations before the bombing happened, and the Decepticon manifesto, obviously that's not that interesting, but I also noticed that Astronema Prime, when she was taken, I was able to track her for a little bit, and it looked like she was taken by the Autobot security force, not by, from what I saw. They could have been masking their signatures, but it looked like an Autobot security signature. And then the Elite Guard came and picked us up, and after that, there's something going on that they're not telling us. They didn't believe me right off the start, even though I had the security clearance, and I was able to try and bring up security, but they did not want to believe me. They were just gonna lock us up, and I hacked into their network, and I found something referencing Project Omega. Do you know what that is?
Can't say that I'm aware of it.
What about Project Extermination?
No, we haven't come across that information.
I don't know much about it. I only got parts of the documents, and I was only in the network very briefly. But it looks like there's images of these bots on there, and I'll share them with you, of course. Like these huge bots. They remind me of I know what Omega Sentinels are, Primus. They're just kind of a legend, or...
Yeah, they've been in the stories of Cybertron that they were protectors of Cybertron in times before, and there were images of them in the files that you gathered.
Right. That was in Project Omega. There's
Yes.
these pictures of these huge bots that remind me of the Omega Sentinels, and they're equipped with weapons that are said to be able to extract energon. And from one of the files that I was looking at, it looked like the Elite Guard was planning on raiding cities that weren't producing their quota of energon and mass murdering people.
Do you have this information with you?
I have it with me, right, Primus?
Yes, you do. You have the data slug, and then you have the broken tablet.
Okay, yes, sir, I do. I have it on this data drive, and this is the data pad that I hacked into originally. I'm pretty sure there's some malware on it. When I first was able to crack it, there were 4 documents that I saw on there, and the second I tried to download them, I was only able to get 2. There was a list of Decepticon members that I wasn't able to see. I just saw that was a file on there, and then a contingency plan. I have no idea what it was for, but those are the files that I saw on there. I just wasn't able to download them before the malware got to the computer. So maybe you guys have better technology here. You can get into it and get those files.
Victoria can surely give it a try. After all, she is the leading cyber security expert on Cybertron.
Absolutely. So she'll give it to them, but she's gonna keep a copy of all the information just in case.
You connect to a computer that's nearby, and you transfer like a copy of all the files that you have on there, and you just kind of remove your thumb drive from the computer, and you just let Becca know where you put the files so that they can access them. What would you like to do with the broken tablet? Do you want to leave it with them, or do you want to take it with you?
Does she want the broken tablet?
Well, you stated you couldn't access some files. Maybe Becca Dora can give it a go and see if she can extract them.
Yeah, they got way more experience than me, so I'll leave it with her and see if she can get into it.
Thank you so much for providing us this information. I will have Becca Dora start this as soon as possible. When you return from your mission, we can discuss our next plan of action.
Thank you. And of course, all of the mission and everything, we have encrypted comm lines we can use if we need to reach you.
He'll give you a list of different comm lines that you can contact them when you're off planet. That way it's a secure connection, and you can always, give them information if need be.
Fantastic. I am cool then. Well, sir, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Oh, I didn't get footage I didn't capture anything of the bot that ripped apart Senator Ratbat, right? I just know that it happened because I saw it. I didn't record that.
Yeah, you didn't get a chance to download the images.
Also, Commander, I noticed there was a bot who I witnessed the murder of Senator Ratbat. I'll try and get you drawn up a rough sketch because I remember what he looked like, so I'll see if I can get you a rough sketch of the bot because I hacked into the cameras and I saw it.
Once you give us the sketch, I'll have EPM and Red Streak find this bot for us.
And he seemed to have some sort of control over the cameras in the Senate building. He probably also is a little bit savvy on synthware and malware and technological things.
I see. We must be careful then.
Yes, for sure.
Once again, thank you for this information. But you best be going. You have a mission to complete.
She'll give him a salute.
He salutes back.
Cool.
You exit the room and you regroup with your team members. They're kind of almost packed, ready to head up through the blast doors that opened on the Sea of Rust to exit and head towards the docking bay so you can procure your ship.
Awesome. All right, guys, is everyone ready to go?
I'm gonna give Allegory a little thumbs up. Yeah, we've got mostly everything all packed up on and ready to go.
Borg sees the thumbs up and does a thumbs up.
Good job, Borg. Good job.
I see them giving a thumbs up and also give a thumbs up. But I also hold Crosssummits' hand.
I reluctantly put a thumbs up too, following after Synthwave.
Aw, we've all got thumbs up going. That's so cute.
Allegory, you gotta give us
I
a
already
thumbs up
gave you a
back.
thumbs up back.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I give two thumbs up.
You just leave it there, Borg. It means good job.
Oh,
Are you all ready to go, or is there anything else you want to do before you head on out from the base?
Can we try it?
Oh,
Sorry,
somebody
I'm
just
sorry,
died.
I'm sorry. I thought my mic was muted. It wasn't. I'm sorry.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Sorry, I got mad.
She's
She's
down.
down.
Have actual weapons yet.
We're under attack!
I just barely missed a gnat. I'm so sorry.
Frostfang just got shot
Oh,
in the back.
There's a sniper, no!
God, I'm so
Really
sorry.
great sound effects, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'll make sure to do that when it comes time for guns, I guess.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
smacking your desk.
Can we get a good supply of energon before we go, or not even just like a little bit of money, preferably, just in case, and some health potions, or what are they called here? Just health packs,
Bottles of
or
energon?
bottles of energon before we go, because one of us is definitely gonna get shot.
Wow.
Guys, it was probably already Frostbane, my bad.
Yeah, Frostbane already got shot at the back.
Sorry, she's dead. Didn't make it.
It missed your vital organs. You're good.
Yeah.
You meet up with Red Streak and kind of handles the inventory of the base, and he gets you 10 energon cubes for currency, so you can use if you were to need anything of emergency during the mission. And then he also gives you a crate with a couple of energon packs, 6 of them, so you can, in case you were need to do a transfusion or anything in the middle of transportation or in the battlefield, you can do that and rescue a teammate.
Is that total for everybody, or do we each get a certain amount?
It's a total between everybody, so you have 6, and you can divide them as you see fit.
Okay. Could you, real fast, just numbers one more time for me?
6 bottles of energon and 10 energon cubes for currency.
Sweet
so you can use
soul
that if you were to need in an emergency to buy something or...
Okay. Thank you.
No problemo. Red Streak says,
Be careful out there, and good luck. You'll need it.
We're gonna need it.
wow, okay, you don't trust in your teammate.
Okay.
There's just so much that can go wrong,
Maybe
even
you'll
if
need
they
it.
do everything right. Yes, most likely I will need it. The dice gods I'm gonna need. Knowing these stupid bots.
As you exit the base, you're now in the Sea of Rust once more.
Joy.
You can travel the way back where you went to go to the subway and head towards the city, and you can go to the spaceport. And you have a couple of boxes with your weapons in there, so the explorers do not get freaked out when they see you walk in. You can carry them in your alt mode, and like if you're a plane, you can have like a hook on them and carry the boxes there. They're not too big, but they can't really fit when you transform, so you can either put them in your cockpit, or if you're a car, you can put it in your driver's seat or passenger seat if that works. And if you're a beast, you can like have somebody tie it around you so you can transport them better, and once you get to the ship, you can unload them and store them in a safe place.
And for those of us who don't want to transform or have maybe who know an irrational fear of heights, not to say anything or give anyone away, can I just carry it?
You can carry it like under your armpit. I don't know if robots don't really have armpits, but you can carry it like that and then keep your hand on the scooter so you can scoot better. If that makes sense.
Can I just simply carry a crate in my robot mode?
Yes, you can. You can do that as well.
Yeah. That's what I will be doing.
So you all make your way towards the train station. You still have the tickets that you originally got from Red Streak, and it was a two-way. So it was a one to get to the Sea of Rust and one to return to the city. So you don't have to pay for another ticket. So you can scan them, gain access to the subterranean level of the subway, and then you can get into the cart and head to Iacon once more. And as you're sitting on the train carts, you can see how it goes into a tunnel and then comes back out and goes into a tunnel again. So you can see a lot of the planes of Cybertron, kind of like the different metallical structures out there. Once you reach the train station in Iacon, you see 2 small bots. They seem to have like roller hands, and they're kind of putting up a new sign on the edge of the train station, and it says, "If you want to feel taller, buy a booster seat by Zephyr Industries."
Oh my.
Oh no!
The crossover nobody wants.
I'm gonna look at the sign. I'm gonna look at Borg. Hey, you don't need one of those. You're way bigger.
Borg want booster seat.
You want booster seat? You can have one. You just don't need one.
Borg
Only
can
if you have money.
booster seat.
Yeah, you're welcome to get one.
You could wear it as a
Borg
hat.
want booster seat.
Or you have to be.
Borg, we could tie the booster seat to your alt mode, and somebody could ride on top of you.
Borg
Yeah.
like that.
You have to be
Yeah?
booster seat certified.
All right. Where can we purchase the booster seat, Primus?
At your nearest booster seat store.
Borg goes to booster seat
There's
store.
actually an arrow that kind of like hovers off of the sign, and you could follow it to actually take you to the store, which is like down the hall in the same tunnel.
I want to go to the store.
We go to the store.
I want to hold
Borg
hold
goes to the
Borg's
store.
hand and go
we
to the
have
store.
a mission.
No, no,
But
no,
Borg
no,
wants
no,
a
no,
booster
no.
seat.
It can wait. It can
Borg-
wait.
Borg need
Borg
a
needs this.
booster seat.
We
Borg
have
wants
to
the
be
booster
quick.
seat. We gotta
we
get
have
it
to
for
be
him.
quick.
Well, it'll be really fast.
We have to be quick.
As you follow the arrow that's floating and it turns left, you go down a corridor in the tunnels, and there's a store right there, and In the middle of the stores, there's a booster seat that's like spinning around, and it's kind of like a tower of booster seats, but they're all in a rotating table. And on top of them, there's like a little bot sitting on there and says, "I'm big now," with a big sign of buy booster seats. Booster seats go for 150 Shanix.
Oh my god.
How much money does Borg have?
So I have an idea because I have a bad feeling that none of us are gonna have enough money.
Okay, so you have 1 Energon Cube, 10 Shanix, and 50 gold.
Guys, we have 10 Energon cubes from Prowl.
That is not to be used for this.
Each
We're using
or
it for
together?
this.
How much does an Energon cube go for? Is that 100 Shanix per
Yeah,
cube?
100 Shanix is 1 cube.
Okay, and you
And
said
you
it
said
was
You have 10.
150?
And it's 150, yes, for the
Okay.
booster seat.
So if all of
And
us
how
put
much should
our
I get
10
from Prowl?
Shanix together and we use 1 Energon cube,
In total, from Prowl, the group got 10 Energon Cubes to use for emergencies.
Primus.
So you can divide those how you see fit, but it's in total of 10.
Borg has an Energon cube and 10 Shanix plus an additional 10 from Prowl. So he's at 120. You only need
I give you
30
10. You can have my 10.
Okay. I only need 20 more.
Who's gonna donate 20 more Shanix?
You can have my 10 Shanix.
Borg needs 10 more Shanix.
Cross Summit.
Cross Summit.
Everybody look at Cross Summit and
Brother.
stare at him with like needing for him to hurry up.
We
What
need
else
to.
is around me, Primus?
Around you in the store, there's some little keychains of the Prime and magazines for like parts that you can equip and buy for upgrades. So it's kind of like you look at the parts and then you can order them and they'll have them ship at your place. And then there's a musician down the hall kind of playing a little tune for some coin. Going do 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 do.
Interesting. How
Cross
close
Summit.
are we to our destination?
A little bit ways because you're at the subways. You gotta reach the spaceports, which are towards the middle of the city. You're a little bit towards kind of like the outskirts.
And I noticed the booster seats.
Yes, everybody saw like the sign when they were putting it up, and then the group went together, and now you're at the store, so you can see the booster seat pyramid in the middle, like spinning.
These look like knockoffs. They don't even have the right stickers on
Oh
them.
no.
Borg want booster seat.
Cross Summit, could
Maybe.
you donate your Shanix to Borg's cause?
Why does Borg need a booster seat?
Borg,
There's plenty
Borg
of them.
carry Cross
Wants
Summit.
it.
Yeah, there you go. Borg will carry you instead of you having to use your scooter.
I don't need to be carried. I have a scooter.
What if you don't have the scooter?
What is something?
How dare you?
Borg is scooter.
Oh.
I don't like that at all, buddy.
Borg not your scooter then.
Oh, you upset
Guys,
Borg.
Borg is better
everybody-
than scooter. Borg is
If we're
friend.
going
Borg is an acquaintance, actually.
if we're going to buy the booster seat, please just do it. We have to get going.
I agree with Allegory in this case, even though I barely know them.
Borg needs 10 more Shanix before we can buy the booster seat.
Borg will forget about the booster seat 10 minutes after we leave.
I don't think Borg is gonna forget
We
about
can-
the booster seat.
we-
Borg will take booster seat to back.
We can always, maybe get it after the mission is like a reward for a good job.
Borg turn booster seat to backpack.
Ooh.
Borg carry Cross Summit in backpack.
Not comfortable with that at all.
Not comfy.
This reminds me of the Patrick versus SpongeBob wrestling match. Where Patrick just enters in a big guy with a little harness.
You don't want Borg to carry?
No, thank you, Borg. I appreciate the gesture, but you know what's better than a booster seat?
Borg better than booster seat.
Borg is better than booster seat, so you are better than a booster seat, so that we can continue on with this mission. We can get paid
Borg logic.
and
Borg
leave
be
Cybertron
better
and
with
not
booster
be
seat.
in danger of anything.
Borg be better with booster seat.
Borg, just buy
Then why
the
is that?
booster seat then.
We don't have enough money.
Borg needs 10 more Shanix before he can purchase the booster seat.
Borg carry Ellie.
Look, it's
Allergy.
made by some rando named Zephyr, who probably is never going to do anything with their life other than make a booster seat. So really, why are we even contemplating this scenario? We should just move on with the mission.
Borg want booster seat.
Get
Okay, Borg.
me so
Let's-
upset.
let's- Let's get it after, maybe. Yeah, Borg?
Okay.
If you do a good job, we'll get you the booster seat. How about that?
Okay.
I pinky promise.
Borg,
Hold up my pinky.
Do we have a work expense card that we can
Borg
use?
holds up his pinky the size of your hand.
Oh my god.
She just like holds it and she takes it.
You have the 10 energon cubes for emergency. That's all they gave you.
Emergency, and this is worth more than 10 energon cubes?
No, it's just one energon cube and 50 Shanix.
Okay, just use one of the work expenses.
This
Write
is
it
not
off
a
on the
work
tax
expense.
audit.
Hey, do it,
This
do
is
it,
absolutely a
No.
work
If
expense.
it makes
do it,
Borg happy, I see
Do
why
it,
not.
Where's the money? Give me.
So
Borg,
Borg,
we'll
buy
buy the
booster
boost-
seat
no.
now?
But
Yeah, who has
Borg
the
will
work
buy the-
expense?
Lapis does.
I have
Frostwing
it.
does.
Borg, we'll
Frostwing
buy-
has it.
Frostwing.
Wait, what
Frostwing,
if we
just,
need this?
just
What
use
if we
work
need this?
expense. Just use the
Okay.
work
No.
expense.
Allergy
Stop.
Josh.
Okay.
Hang
No,
on.
I have
Allegory?
one.
No.
I am
We do.
taking off.
We
I
do
am
need
taking
this.
off one energon cube, and it is being given to Borg. So now we have 9 energon. Cubes.
We don't have enough money for something because of this. I swear to Primus.
One of us will stay behind. I will volunteer.
No.
Borg put the one who stayed behind in booster seat. Ta-da!
I like that logic. In practice, may not work as well.
Oh,
Oh.
As you're bickering, the little bot in the shop goes, "Greetings."
Finally, someone who talks sense. Greetings.
How can I help you?
Borg, buy booster seat.
Booster seat. You're in luck. They're just brand new. Please give 150 Shanix.
Borg gives 150 Shanix.
Processing. Here's your 90 Shanix back.
Borg takes his 100 feet of steel wire rope and ties it around him. That way he has a booster seat backpack.
The bot turns and gives you the booster. Here's your booster seat. And you
And
get
then-
your rope and you tie it around you. Now you're carrying a little booster seat on your back.
Yes.
Nice.
This is important.
Look at you, Borg. You look so
Borg,
spooky.
Borg looks at Cross Summit.
Right, the Borg.
Oh, dear Primus.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Synthwave, I am afraid of heights, and this is already 4 inches off the ground. I am not comfortable with.
Not that bad, bud.
How about
Yeah.
Synthwave ride the? I don't like how I'm saying this. The booster seat.
Put that sentence back in your mouth.
What?
I said, put that sentence back in your mouth.
I can't. I have a faceplate.
I bet Primus is like, I wasn't expecting this whole entire episode to be about the booster suit.
And I was expecting for everybody to be like, it's booster seat, and then move on, or maybe just be like, okay, you get it, and leave us.
Borg wanted the booster seat. I couldn't say no.
I didn't think Borg would want it. I should have thought better.
This is already real.
Well, Primus,
Are you
you-
serious?
I just wanted a cameo.
Would you? It's important.
As you bicker, Allegory pushes you on and like, let's get this mission on, and you will move down the hallway to exit the
Thank
train
you.
station with nobody riding Borg.
Borg looks at Frostfin.
Right, the Borg.
I would love to ride you, Borg, but I don't think I'm. I think I'm too large.
Oh,
Would you like me to try anyways?
Borg switches to his alt mode.
The frostpig is
Oh,
gonna climb
no.
on top. She's riding. She's in the booster seat.
It's a little bit uncomfortable because he has a lot of spikes, but
They have a turbo horse ride a Borg.
yeah, you're holding on to the booster seat because you're too big, so it's kind of like what the horse's saddle have, so you can like tie around the leash and stuff. So you can do that and just hold on to
The horn.
so you can hold on to the little booster seat so you don't fall when Borg moves.
I will do that.
What is happening right now?
You get to the spaceport. As you go through the alleyways, you see some bots that have just been kind of like laying there. They had a rough night, and they just look at you like, am I seeing this correctly? It's a giant bot riding another giant bot, and then they just kind of go unconscious. You reach the spaceport, and there's multiple spaceships parked. And as you look around, I need you all to roll me a perception roll.
At this point, I don't even know. Perception.
17.
Well,
I rolled a 6.
Oh, I got a 5.
17.
Okay, so 17, which is Frostfang, Cross Summit, and Borg. You can all see the spaceship in the back. It has a squarish design. It's kind of red with two big boosters in the back. And on the side, it has like graffitied on it. It says Marauder. While Allegory and Synthwave is too focused on Borg being written by Frostfang, and then Allegory is like, why is this happening?
Exactly, yeah.
To really notice that the Marauder ship is in the back. What would you like to do?
So they said find someone named Cross? Crazy. I'm also Cross. So,
No, it's not you.
I believe the ship is right back there, and I'm gonna point towards it so that everybody who didn't see
yes.
it now sees it.
Does this even fly?
Probably?
It's probably the most likely that he's going to be near the ship, I assume. So we should probably head over
agree.
there.
Let's do it.
As you approach the ship, you see like a large gray bot with purple details, kind of like moving some boxes and crates around, kind of organizing them and hanging them over to another larger bot, and kind of like they're taking it through the loading bay doors of the back of the ship.
Hello? Are you Cross?
The name is Crossbow. Can I help you?
Cross Summit, you can go ahead and speak if you wanted to.
Hi, Cross here. I'm looking for a Cross.
Yes, that is me. Do I know you?
Not by choice, but I was told to find a Cross to give us safe passage to a place called, it's on the tip of my mouth receptors. What's it called? Noxurus? Yeah, sorry, I was adding to the anticipation there. And to find a person named Drillhead.
Oh my god.
You must be Prowl's crew.
Yeah, the group of scientists, obviously.
Yes, that's all well and down. I can see that you have your equipment. Let me introduce myself. My name is Crossbow, and I lead a group of explorers. We travel across the galaxy to explore different planets and perform research to help the Cybertronian Empire expand. You are most welcome to join us on board. Here, let me lend you a hand with your items.
And he kind of puts his hand out like to see if somebody would give him some of your crates.
Absolutely.
So he can
You
help
sound
you
like a very
locate,
trustworthy
locate them.
person.
I certainly hope trust isn't an issue here.
I will. I'll get off of Borg and offload my very heavy box directly into
Can
his
I
arms
roll a
with no warning.
perception and/or deception check to make sure he's telling the truth? And he doesn't have any bad intentions.
Yes, you can. When you give him the box, Frostfang, he goes,
This is more equipment than I was expecting. Okay, come this way and I'll show you where you can store your items.
15.
15.
Lovely.
He is telling the truth. No deception at all.
Okay. Well, I suppose I will. I'll
Okay,
follow
interesting.
after him now that he's holding my.
Wait, did you just
my
give
big
him? Oh my
box.
god.
He said he wanted to help, so I gave him the heaviest box. Like I don't see the problem.
I know, what do you want us to do?
It's okay.
gave
He
him
likes heavy
heavy
boxes.
Frostfang, we don't know anything about this bot. He could be like a
Wow.
mercenary or something. He
Wow.
could turn against us.
Prowl sent us
I hand
to
him my
go
box.
find
That doesn't
him.
mean we should
And if
trust
we
him.
have an issue, I am much larger than him.
Are you
I am much
better
larger
trained
than
than
him.
he is? Exactly.
Probably not, but we do have numbers.
Do
on
we
our
know that
side.
for sure?
Hey, look, if it gets us off Cybertron, I'm in for it. Let's
fine.
go.
Let's just go. I cannot even anymore.
You follow him into the ship, and there's a locker part of the back of the hangar where the door opens, and there's enough space for all your crates, and says,
Right here, you can store your belongings during our travels and we'll help you unload when we get there.
and you can see in the back there's other bots in the back of the ship, and he says,
And this is the rest of my crew. The big one here who turns into a tink, his name is Ground Chop. And the one next to him who turns into a flying helicopter is Airway. And if you looked down here to your left, we have a Wavelength, our communications experts. And if you need any assistance, each of us are properly equipped to help you. But once we get to Noxurus, you will be on your own. We have other jobs we must attend to and cannot accompany you on your journey. I assume Proud told you about this. It's a one-way trip.
He did not inform us, but that sounds fine.
That sounds great. Can you leave this out of your missions log? For maybe future references, just in case that hinders on anything?
I suppose I can do that. Why would you ask? That's also not my job.
No reason not to ruin any canonically anything at all.
Thank you, Crossboom, for agreeing to transport us on our scientific expedition here.
You're most certainly welcome.
Yes, Crossboom,
Cross
you're
Summit.
the greatest spot ever.
Seriously.
Wow.
I mean that. I'm helping us.
Are you
No.
simping? Are you
Weird.
simping for Crossboom?
That
What does
sounds
that
like
sound like? We're both cross. We just said, "Oh, cross." Like, what does that even mean?
Aw.
When you have your pet names, you can become the double cross.
Whoa. Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know why. I feel like that has
That's
more
your
than
couple
one.
name, double cross.
Squared. No, that sounds like a weird move.
You unload and pack everything, and you're ready to kind of blast off and lift off from Cybertrons. Is there anything
Nothing I
else
need,
you
but I
need
will
before
be
you leave?
staying with the supplies just to keep an eye on it.
Borg tired.
That's understandable. And Borg. Did I get that correct? Borg? Is that your name?
Borg tired.
If you're feeling tired, I suppose you could use one of our recharge slabs. We only have just the one, so we'll need to take turns. Hang tight. We'll get you all to Noxus in one piece.
Okay.
Prepare for takeoff. We're getting ready to leave. Take a seat.
And there's in this hangar, there's seats in the corners where you can strap on for the lift off, and then once we're in space, you can kind of walk around if you wish.
Borg booster seat.
A booster seat?
He's very proud of it.
Borg has booster seat.
I see. Is that the new one that came out? You must be very lucky to acquire such an item.
You want the red booster seat?
No, don't think that's a good idea. You keep your booster seat.
Okay.
But Borg, let me show you where the recharge slab is. Tell Airway to prepare for liftoff.
Loading bay doors close behind you all, and Ground Chop and Wavelength sit on one of the edge chairs and kind of strap in for liftoff.
I'll sit next to Synthwave with my tween.
My twing. I'm gonna play some music to calm my nerves.
Borg puts his booster seat next to Frost and then sits on his booster seat, even though it doesn't fit Borg.
I'm gonna sit in the next open seat.
I'm obviously sitting next to Borg.
Borg looks at Frostbang and goes,
Safety first,
Safety
buddy. I'm gonna
first.
pat him on the shoulder and give him a thumbs up. You're being so responsible, Borg.
Responsibly.
And as you all strap in, the ship takes off, and after a few minutes of feeling the force of gravity, you are now in space and are free to walk around the ship. It's a reasonable small ship. It only has 2 rooms. It has like the dining room, and it has this recharge lab room, and then there's a door at the end of the hallway where you are at the moment that will take you to the cockpit, and that's pretty much it. And Crossboom comes down and says,
It's going to take us about an hour to get to Noxus. Feel free to roam about the cabin. Feel free to do as you please, but be careful about the equipment on board. Wouldn't want anything to get damaged, now would we? I'll inform you later when we are closer.
Awesome.
You got it. Thanks.
and he leaves and goes into the cockpit with
And I
Airway.
go up to the cockpit.
And you can go to the cockpit. What else does everybody else do?
I'm gonna, like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna stay next to Lies just to make sure that none of the crew is like poking through it or doing anything to it.
And then Borg, Cross, and Synthwave? Are you just gonna sit there for a while and kind of hang out, or?
Borg will go look at
I'm
the
gonna chill out.
cockpit too.
Just relax.
Yeah, just gonna hang out with the synth while she's jamming to some beats. I'm gonna be reading out of my data pad on getting how to not be in jail.
Productive.
Okay. So Borg and Allegory, you go to the cockpit. It's a little bit cramped in there. It really fits 2 bots. So once you go in, Crossboom says,
Hello, is there anything I can help you with? There's not really a lot of room up here. Please be quick.
I apologize. I was just coming to check on everything, make sure it was all going well. I didn't realize it was so small up here. I was gonna come and and just watch. I haven't been off planet very much.
Borg fly plane.
Yes, everything is going well. Borg, you cannot fly the plane. We already have a designated pilot. Airway.
A Borg want to fly.
Borg, they said no. It's already in crammed space, and if I have to explain it to you, it's gonna be way too complicated.
Complicated? Oh, Borg confused. How can Borg crash plane in space?
Borg, I'm losing my patience with you. What is your name?
Points at you, Allegory.
Allegory.
Allegory. Perfect. Now, take your friend and get out of here. It would be a much smoother ride if your friend is not in the cockpit.
I agree. Borg, you need to go in the back. Thank you. Let's go.
Okay.
You might be doing something interesting back here.
Borg forgot booster seed for allergy.
I'm good, Borg, but let's see. I think Cross Summit might need it. Let's go check with him.
Want booster
I think
seed?
that Cross Summit needs it much more than I do. All right, let's go.
Borg goes to try and find Cross Summit.
Hey, you leave the room and you find Cross Summit reading his data pad next to Synthwave while Synthwave is like bopping to her music.
Alright, Allegory, do you need anything? We barely moved.
Oh, I was just wondering if I could watch us in orbit. Like I said, I've never really been off planet before. I've always wanted to.
Yes, sure, I don't have a problem with that. As long as you don't touch anything with the ship or make anything go off course.
Hands off, I promise.
Perfect.
And as you all travel through space, 30 minutes, kind of 45 minutes pass. And towards the end, closer to Noxus, Crossboom goes through the PA system, says,
Good evening, passengers. We will be arriving in 5 clicks to Noxus. Please hang on tight. We will be landing in one of the more populated areas. You know, for your discreet mission. So, go back to your seats, strap in, and prepare for landing.
and he looks at you, Allegory, and says,
Now, Allegory, I would prefer you to sit in the back. That way you wouldn't get hurt.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
No problem. It is our pleasure.
All right, I'll go take a seat in the back.
you take a seat, and everybody, you kind of feel like the G's from gravity again kind of push on you as you descend.
I grip my seat really hard.
Borg
I
fly!
pat
Look,
off someone's
Borg
arm like, it's okay,
fly!
bud, we're almost to the ground.
It is absolutely not okay right now.
It's okay. Hold my hand. Just look at,
Borg
just look at
fly!
Borg. He's having a great time.
Borg
Yeah, that's
fly!
definitely not helping.
No.
Frostfang wasn't expecting it, so she's gonna dig her claws into the wall and just simply use that to keep herself in place.
There's only a small probability that we'll crash.
RP.
As you descend, Allegory, you see Cross Summit kind of tense, grabbing the edge of the seat, and Synthwave kind of calming him down. Frostfang in the corner kind of digged their nails onto the wall, and Borg is kind of like jumping, and like, hey, you can fly, I can fly, while the ship is descending. And as you touch down, Borg kind of gets pushed, and you kind of like slip and bunk your chin.
Oh, stupid seat.
Borg punches the
Borg!
seat.
Borg, this is not our ship!
Roll me damage on the punch.
No!
Just damage or roll to hit?
No, it's a seat. You'll hit it because it doesn't really move.
Borg,
so
if you
just
punch a hole
roll
through
me
the
the
ship-
damage and see how much damage you got to this.
This is where the nat 20 goes, I swear.
Come on.
I'm gonna be very... Oh my god!
13.
13. The seat has like the where you sit. It kind of like it's foldable. It flips up and down. So you punch it that it kind of goes straight back, and now it no longer folds or anything. It just there's no part of you sitting in that chair anymore. And Ground Chop says,
Hey, that was my favorite chair. Allergy
I'm not
did
even
it.
sitting next to you!
Yes.
Oh, sweet soulless.
Crossboom comes out, says,
Okay, time for everyone to get off the ship. It's getting too crowded, and I've been in here too long with all of you. Get off. I'll assist you with your bags and items. We don't want to cause any more problems now, do we? Now, Ground Chop, Calm down.
The loading bay door opens, and Crossboom Airway and Ground Shop start helping you bring down your boxes and putting them outside. And as you arrive on Noxus, you can see that the planet is mostly like barren, so it's mostly rock and sand, but there are kind of like a little bit of fauna scattered across that look kind of like bushes, but they're more rock-like texture to them. But not much can be seen, not major cities, no kind of like structures that you can kind of pinpoint exactly where you are on this planet. And once you're done putting all your crates out, Crossboom says,
Now this is the time where we part ways. Stay safe and may we meet again someday. May Primus guide you.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's.
Thank you,
hopefully he's
Crossboom. We
identified.
appreciate your help.
Thank you.
I see great things in your future. All right, let's go.
Thank you. I guess. Bye. Let's get out of here, Airway.
the door closes and their ship takes off. And now you're alone. What would be your plan of action?
Put in the coordinates for our meetup.
Once you put in the coordinates, your coordinates take you to like the outskirts of a small town to your east, close to like a mountain, to the edge of a mountain. Would you like to transform and roll out?
We
or
transforming?
what's the plan now?
I'll transform.
Transformers. I transforming. I go fast.
Borg transforms and makes sure to boost your seats. It's nice and
my
perfect
God.
on his back.
As you get your equipment out, you kind of like you can store them now on you. That way, you don't have to carry boxes. So if you do transform, they'll hide within your body as you convert into your elf mode. But you take out your guns and swords and all that. That way, you prepare for what's to come. If you were to meet anybody at your location that you've had the coordinates to. So as you transform and head on out, you arrive to a small town, and you can see a humanoid robot race that's walking around. They're 2 feet tall, roughly, and you can see them enjoying their day. They're coming in and out of buildings. You can it's kind of like when you look at a highway and you just see all the little cars moving everywhere. So that's kind of how they look. They're all kind of like in sync and moving together from in and out. And as you get closer, they kind of stop and look at you, and they kind of freeze all at once, just staring at you guys, waiting to see what you're gonna do.
Oh no, we've gonna Nini Bomb?
Yeah, Bawip Grana Weekend.
Bawi grana nini ba? And they're like little high-pitched sounds of all of them together saying that.
Oh no, we've gonna Nini Bomb.
Oh wow, we're gonna nini bang! And they all kind of jump and kind of wait a little bit
I'm gonna
more.
wave. Bawip Grana Weekend.
Glad we established that. Who has Energon Goodies?
Have you all transformed?
I am on my scooter.
I'll transform.
Yeah, I'll transform.
So you are all massive compared to those little
They're so
bots.
cute, though.
And they're all kind of like in sync. And when Borg transform, you can see them all kind of like their eyes widen a little bit more, and they all kind of like kneel down and kind of look at Borg, and they suddenly like point to a statue which weirdly resembles
Oh,
Borg.
so-
Oh.
Oh.
And they start chanting,
God.
"We'll heal the protector!"
I am going to look at Borg, and I am going to
The
look at the
name
statue,
of
and then
Vector
look back at
Prime.
Borg.
Oh,
Borg, why is this
Borg.
happening?
Borg, what's going on?
Borg, have you ever seen these people
Borg?
before? No?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna can I roll something to decide if that statue looks exactly like Borg or if it's a different bot?
Ooh, can I also check it out?
Do perception.
15.
13.
You both look at the small statue, and it kind of has the proportion of Borg, but it has nothing else that looks like Borg. By looking at it and you like put it next to Borg, you can see the resemblance,
Okay.
but it's not really him.
I'm gonna look back at the race of little guys and just very like calmly explain to them. I think you might have the wrong bot.
The wrong bot?
Yeah.
He's the protector.
Well, if you look at
Their hopes
Borg
down.
compared to your statue, they're different. Borg, could you go stand
You're
by
gonna
the
make them
statue, please?
sad.
They're different?
We could use this to our advantage.
Yeah, we could use this to our advantage here.
Would you guys want to use that to the advantage?
I just don't want to make them sad.
But what if they would
Pros and cons. Pros and cons.
Come on,
Pros.
might make them sad.
we lie?
Cons. They
Borg
become
goes
very
and stand
sad
next
and
to the
reject
statue.
us.
No, Borg, come here, Borg.
But cons, what if they find out that we're
Come
lying?
here.
Pros, we get to finish the mission sooner before
we
that
didn't-
happens.
We don't have to say anything.
That's not part of okay.
Frostfang, if they say anything about it, we'll just say we didn't really know. We didn't tell them that. They already tried to tell them it wasn't Borg. Let's let them believe what they want to believe.
All right, I'll play along. But if this bites us in the aft later, I'm looking at you.
We've all got things that we're responsible for now after this.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, right?
Borg just looks at the statue while he has a booster seat to his back.
Borg pretty.
As Borg stands next to the statue and looks at it, they look closer and they're like, Fake protector!
Uh-oh.
Look what you did.
Oh
Look
my
what you
God.
did.
Trying to trick us? How could
This
you?
is why I said we had to tell them.
This is why
I didn't say I was standing next to the statue. I was just
No,
looking
earlier
at the statue.
you said you were gonna walk to the statue.
Oh,
yeah,
and they
I-
told me to back up. Oh, did my
then
mic cut
yeah,
out? I
didn't
said I
hear
was
that.
backing up.
Then I guess they don't notice. Let me see. Let's roll a perception.
You had that whole line saved up.
Things are not looking great.
I think they noticed, guys.
Here's a 21.
Wait.
Hey, you
other
look
way.
like the protector. Fake protector.
Now, can we try and talk them back
You
into it?
lied to us.
We
didn't
did.
lie to you. We tried to
You
tell
said
you.
Bob we
Can I roll a
want
persuasion check?
minigun.
I believe the saying is Ba
That's
Weep
our
Grana
language.
Weep Niniban.
It's a
Yeah,
briefing.
that's what I said, yeah.
It is,
You've all
yes,
been
it is.
mispronouncing.
That is incorrect.
Hey, you know what? Tomato.
Borg goes Bob, 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 Bob.
You better leave our town.
Wait. Why is there anything? We're just
don't
looking to
trust
meet up
you
with
now.
someone. That's all. We tried to tell you this wasn't your protector. We literally pointed it out like 5 minutes ago.
I agree.
You didn't believe us. We're
Who
the ones who
made this
should.
bastard?
You're the
You didn't
strangers
believe us.
here.
So, who told you about this statue
It's a
to
very
make?
pretty statue.
It was in a vision.
So the vision
Vision?
lied to you is what
Well-
I'm hearing.
No. Wait, hold on a second, Cross Summit. How do you know that that statue's perfectly accurate? Every artist takes a little bit of creativity to their statues. It could be Borg. You don't. I mean, maybe we should try it out and
Statue was
see.
made by all
It
of
could
us.
be
We
a
had the
protector.
same vision. This is our masterpiece. Are you saying it's bad?
So, my dudes, what thing did you guys all take to see this vision?
We take nothing.
Cross Summit.
Hey, you know what? We can't
wait.
rule out anything yet. Maybe we can see the
Cross Summit.
vision too.
You are a terrible
I
plot
have heard the
relations
opposite
person.
allegory.
Borg, shush. Borg, how would you feel about if these guys are willing, letting them try out your new booster seat?
Booster seat?
Booster seat. Borg, would that be okay with you? Can they try it out?
Is that more
You
of
wanna
your
take them for a
lies?
ride?
Borg give right.
Yeah, do you want to give a ride on the
Booster
booster seat?
And while you're riding, my
Here,
my
why
twin
don't one of
sister
you
here
come
can
try
play
it?
some
She's
mad
really
beats.
Yeah. Some music.
Are you trying to trick us
never
again?
tried to
No,
trick you.
I want.
I never kid.
Don't you want to
Music.
try and ride the booster seat? Watch this. Cross Summit, show them how the booster seat works.
Absolutely not.
I will show them how the booster seat works.
Look, here's. Go, Borg. Go.
Borg starts transforming into his alt mode and lets them ride his booster seat.
Grab to it?
Yeah, you just hold on and you can go for a ride. You can get where you're going way faster. And without getting tired.
I'm sorry, are you selling
No,
Borg
I'm
as a
just
taxi
trying
service
to
now?
make them not hate us so we can get what we need.
Okay.
We need you to stand back a little.
like all of us?
Like, wait, who of us? Which ones of us?
Yes, if we're gonna get on top of that, we
Take a step back.
need some space.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a couple steps back.
I'm gonna take a couple steps in a different direction back. Just in case there's like a trap or something.
Borg, as you transform and you are being sold as a taxi driver, all the little ones kind of run together and they all climb up on you. And there's like a bunch of little bots grabbing onto each other, grabbing onto one booster seat. And there's like now a little ball of mini robots grabbed onto you. And they're like, "Is this how you do it?"
I start playing music.
Oh my god, I just spat out my
What
water.
that was?
What kind of music are you playing, Synthwave?
Like carnival music? Yeah. Fun, happy carnival music.
That was the wrong time to take a drink of water.
If I'm not mistaken, you said rap to it?
Me?
Yeah, the little guy said that they rap to being on board with the music?
They grabbed onto Borg.
Oh, grab. Okay, because I made a little rap.
Oh, you made a little. You can sing it if you want.
Yeah, sing the rap.
Your sister can play music.
Oh god, now I'm on the spot. His name is Borg. He's definitely not gonna take it to the mark. Took a dark turn there.
Wow. Good job.
Was that it?
That's the rest of the chord.
Wow.
Well, you say Morg. The little bots go, Morg! 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 Morg!
What have you done?
It's really dark real fast. Oh no.
You see Borg running around with a huge ball of little robots grabbing onto each other as they grab onto the booster seat.
Suddenly, Borg doesn't know what's going on, so he just starts shouting.
After a few minutes of
What
this,
have we
the
done,
robots
guys?
come down from Borg and they said, "Okay, that was fun. We trust you, but we're keeping an eye on you.
That's fair.
Okay. That's fair.
What do you need?"
We're just trying to get to this location, and I'll show them.
That's
We're
over
looking for
to
someone.
that mountain over there. There's not
Okay.
much over there, but that's where it goes.
Do you guys know anyone named Drillhead?
Do they have a pointy head?
Yeah.
Well, if they do,
You know, I honestly couldn't tell you.
probably that way. I think that's where they went last time.
For us who don't
Okay.
see visually, which way is that way?
It's to the north of the town.
Thank
They
you.
point north.
Is it in the same? It's the same direction as the coordinates.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Can we do more Morg?
We could come back and maybe we'll have some time.
Yeah, we can come. Yeah.
Does that sound good?
It does.
And what can we call you? Do you each have names, or do you have a name of your town?
No.
Is that the whole answer?
Okay.
Just no.
At least they're honest. That's one thing these group little guys are. They're straight to the point and honest.
What if we called your little town something along the lines of Protector?
Borgberg. We should call it
We
Borgberg.
could call it Morg.
Morg?
I don't
Morg?
like that at all.
You want me to be
We,
called Morg?
we like that. And they all run together and they suddenly start building. And then there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Morg."
Frostfang.
Borgberg.
I'm sorry.
We do
in you.
Beautiful.
Borgberg. Borgberg.
Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah, it's spelled like that.
Morgberg? Oh, we missed the berg.
Wait,
We missed the
yeah.
berg. And they climb up and they expand the sign. And they're like, Morgberg.
Does Morgberg have in and out for
We don't know what that
Morgberg?
is.
It's the home of the Borger.
The home of the Borger.
Oh,
Maybe we'll have a vision and we can build it.
the
I want to
Morg-
step in and say not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. No, nor condoned.
Well, we would love to see what you all come up with. We'll see you again sometime, all right?
Okay.
Right, stay safe.
Protectors. And they go to the statues and just build
my God.
statues of you guys.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
So cute.
So cute.
I
I
love
have a
them.
bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. But
Does
it's
this
okay.
look like Morg now?
I think it looks
Yeah.
wonderful.
Looks great.
I have a feeling when we come back, these guys will not be here.
Can we call them the Morgians?
They went to the
Morg.
morgue.
No!
Okay.
Morg
They're
guys?
like, well, it's time to rest. Goodbye. And they all kind of go into a bunch of buildings and they power down.
There they go.
Well, that was not strange at all.
At least we made it out of there without any injury.
What an
Yeah.
interesting encounter.
All right, we need to get back on task now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got my water
Everybody
gun.
have their equipment
have
and
on
their
my
weapons
weapon.
just in case. All right, everybody make sure to be on alert and keep track, look for anything suspicious, keep an eye out for anybody around us. If you hear anything or
question.
see anything, let the rest of us know.
Allegory,
Yes,
who made you
boss
boss?
Prowl. Prowl did.
Pretty sure it was Prowl.
Prowl
When?
did in fact put Allegory in charge of the mission.
He actually did put
He
me
really
in
did.
Oh,
really
well, I, as Cross Summit, was definitely not paying attention to that bit.
Yeah, no, that was an actual thing.
That did happen.
That did happen. I was very confused, but it
Yeah.
happened.
Borg should
No.
be boss.
Borg should be
On the
boss.
next mission- No, we're each gonna take turns.
Overthrow
We can take
allergy.
Allergy.
Overthrow allergy.
You know what? This
Fine,
is
I have all the
one
mission
thing I
details.
can get behind.
Allergy.
Borg. Borg.
Borg.
Borg.
All right, fine,
Walker.
but I have all the mission
Okay,
details.
again, what were we doing? Allegory.
Allergy.
Am I
Allergy.
supposed to tell you what we're
You're-
doing,
you're
or is
supposed to
Borg
tell us
supposed
what
to tell you
we're
what
doing.
we're
If
doing?
you were the
Borg.
boss, what would you, as Borg, say as Allergy? I understood every word of that, Borg.
Yeah.
That was wonderful, Borg. Thank you. I'm gonna start clapping.
So, to the north is what you said, yes?
March.
As you discuss who's boss and make all these sounds, the little boss go, "We're trying to recharge here."
Oh my god.
You're
Okay.
so
Sorry.
rude. Oh my gosh.
Your audio receptors.
Allegory's just gonna
it
start
helps me
walking.
every
She's
time.
gonna start walking. Let's go.
I'm gonna follow.
I'll follow.
Borg.
I guess I follow holding hands with
Holding
Synthwave.
hands.
As you follow the coordinates, you reach the side of a mountain where is a solid wall in front of you. So roll me a perception check.
Well, we tried. Time
Again?
to go home.
This has not been going well tonight.
It's been going excellent. You created a town called the Morgue.
Oh my
That's
god!
Borg got a
What? Oh my
Borg.
god! I can't.
I got a
I'm
10.
gonna cry.
There it goes. I got an 18.
I got a 11.
With a natural 20 for Borg and an 18 for Frostfang, you see that there's a translucent effect surrounding the wall where you're at. Everybody else, you just see a normal wall in front of you.
Borg looks at the company and goes,
Wall is
I'm
weird.
gonna check the coordinates to make sure we're in the right spot.
You know, right? That is weird.
Does it look like it's gonna shock me if I touch it?
It does not. How do I describe the effect?
Look at the hologram.
Yeah, kind of like a hologram.
Okay.
Would have been the
Okay.
best description I would have given. Yep.
So I'm gonna reach out and touch it with the claw. Does my hand go through?
Yes, as you touch it, your claw goes through.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to everybody and I think it's a hologram. We should be able to go straight through.
This must be the right spot then.
Borg
we're
just
in the
keeps
right
walking
coordinates.
through the wall.
I'm gonna follow
Oh,
after Borg
Borg.
immediately so he doesn't fall to his death or something.
Borg, wait!
As
I'm gonna
you
follow
all
too.
follow Borg, get
Borg, we
into a massive cave entrance that connects to 4 different tunnels leading inward towards the center of the mountain.
What do they look like? Do they look different? Are there any? Can I look around for any sort of like inscriptions or anything on the wall, on the cave walls? Like if there's like one of them has like a symbol
you can
on the
roll me a
inside of the wall
perception.
of the tunnel or something.
Can I help with that so that she can roll with advantage?
Yes, you can.
Okay, at 20.
With a 20, you survey the tunnel entrances and try to look for a kind of any symbol that could tell you which path to take. And as you're surveying, you see like a little green glare at the end of the tunnel to your right.
Okay, I suppose I'll go down it. I think this is a direction. I don't know if it's the right one, but there's something different about this one.
All right.
You're certainly right. So I think the other way is safer.
Cross Summit. We should check out whatever Allegory sees.
I agree. And this is where we split up and we can cover more ground.
No,
I don't wanna split
we
up,
are
I'm
not
so
splitting
sorry.
up.
Why would we not? The DM loves it when we split up.
Well, I guess
No,
Cross
I don't
Summit, you'll
know
just
who that
have to be
is.
on your own.
Borg agrees. Split.
Borg. No.
See, even Borg agrees, and he's the smartest of us all.
Borg smart.
Guys,
Borg
so
is the
smart,
most
Borg.
intelligent
guys,
being I have ever
Cross
met.
Summit. Cross Summit.
Allegory. Allegory.
Allergy.
Allegory.
Look, we can go
Excuse
down.
me, sorry.
We can go down the tunnel that you want to go down. Let's go down the one that's different first, and then if we don't find anything,
Say
you
that
can tell me
one
you were
part
right,
again,
and
real
we'll
slow.
come back down and go down the one you want to go down. Which
But
part?
you were
Cross
right,
summit?
and then we'll just go down the left one anyway.
There's a quantifier there. Cross summit. And
Yeah,
only
but
if
the
you
right
meet
side,
the
the glowing
quantifying
thing, that
criteria
looked
do you get to
great.
hear those
That
words
was
again.
deadly.
How do you know what it is? We are
bicker,
wasting time. We
I
need to
am
go.
inching my way to the right.
I am
Wait,
following
what are you
right.
doing?
Wait,
I'm
which-
going.
Let's go.
I'm
gonna
going.
turn and I'm gonna go with them.
Okay, I guess
I'm
I'll
going
go with
them.
my sister.
Twin.
You inch your way to the right, and it's not a very long tunnel. And at the end, there's a rock wall, and poking from the rock wall, there's a little greenish tip poking from there.
Can I roll to see if I recognize what it is?
Can I also roll to see?
You can surely do.
Is that a perception check?
Yeah, it could be a perception check.
All right, then yeah, I got a 14.
I got an 8. This is going really
Can't
well.
quite tell what it actually is, but Frostfang, as you lean closer to try to see what the little tip is, kind of
Well.
glows and it kind of sparks in your direction, kind of like hitting you in the head, and your optics kind of like they don't glitch out, but they seem to be kind of like downloading information.
Oh.
Suddenly the wall kind of like glows green and it cracks and a little minicon appears, becoming your new partner.
What? Oh my god.
For the listeners, the minicon, when it comes out in vehicle mode, so they turn into like a little tricycle, but they're on top of their wheels, they have cat feet, kind of like covering the wheels, and then on the wheel in the front, both of its claws are kind of holding the wheel in place. And then after they come out, they transform and they have a cat face, the yellow colorings, and now they have some wheels on the back of their back paws and one on the back of their shoulders, or on their back pretty much. When it comes out, it talks and says, "Hi, nice to meet you." And for the rest of the group, all you hear is beeps and boops. But for Frostbang, you're able to understand what they're saying to you.
I'm gonna kneel down because this little itty bitty baby is very small. In fact, I believe 5 feet, so he's quite small. And look at his little green visor and just what's your name?
My name is Alpine.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Frostfang. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I was in stasis for my protection. Did you awaken me?
I think I did. It wasn't on purpose, but I believe I did. Are you in danger?
Well, we were, but how many years have passed?
Unfortunately, I'm not sure. Maybe we can find some information on that. If you want to come with us?
I would like that.
I'm gonna give Alpine a big smile and offer him a hand that's probably the size of his entire body. You are welcome to come with us, Alpine. We'd be happy to have you.
Puts his little hand on one of your fingers and kind of shakes it.
I'm gonna give him a little shake back.
Aww.
Aww. And then I'm going to slowly stand back up and just turn around to everybody and give just a little smile. This is he says his name is Alpine. He's gonna come along with us.
Alpine says,
"It's nice to meet you."
gonna
Beep
wait.
back at you, bud.
Hi, Alpine.
Hi.
Beep, 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 boop, beep.
And they don't understand me?
I'm gonna look down at Alpine and look back over to everybody else.
He's
Why are
not
you saying
speaking
beep
common.
boop? He's not?
He's not speaking common.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not Neo's
it's all-
Ibex.
What's up?
All we can hear
I
is
think he said hi.
it's probably his own little language.
I'm gonna turn back to him. Alpine, it sounds like you're not speaking a language they understand.
Oh, I see. All I know is Micron. But maybe one day you can teach me.
Oh, I would love to. For the time being, I can translate.
That works.
gives you a little thumbs up.
Oh, my heart.
He's so cute.
He's wonderful.
He's adorable.
All right, then I'm gonna just gesture for Alpine to follow me, and I'm gonna make sure I'm back and grouped up with everyone.
They were all kind of like behind you in the tunnel, kind of like following you in a little
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
We're right here, bud.
So you turn around, they're like, "Oh, okay, you're right there."
yeah. Step on cross summit.
Frostfang, are there any more of him? Does he know if
Let me check.
if there's anybody else in
Alpine,
there that
were there others
help or
with you
anything?
here? Do you know if there's anyone around?
When I went into stasis, there was a crew with me, but they might have already been woken up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be translating to Allegory. Then I'm also gonna back down to Alpine and just we'll help you find them. If they haven't already been found, then we'll help you.
Thank you. I would like to see my friends.
Does he know if there's anybody else here in this location, like behind that stone, or is it like there's one stone per minicon? I mean, just so that we know what to look out for to find his
they're
friends.
scattered. They're not all in the same location. He says he doesn't think there's anybody else here. There is the possibility that they all come in similar stones as to his. His was green, so they might be all green. They could be different colors.
Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye out for some so we can rescue them.
Yes, absolutely. He seems to miss his friends.
Oh, I would miss them too. Well, suppose there's nobody else here, we best be moving on.
We do still have a mission, you're right.
3 tunnels left. There's another one to the right, and then there's 2 to your left.
So I suppose we go back.
You have returned to the entrance of all the tunnels. What would you like to do?
I suppose we go down the next one.
The one Cross Summit wanted to go down.
Yeah, sure, we can go down the
Yeah,
one
it's
cross
the
and I wanted
safe
to go
one.
down.
To the left, to the
To
left.
the left, to
See?
the right.
Synthwave
to
knows
the
what it's
right.
about.
As you go down the left tunnel, it goes kind of like it's in a snake pattern. So as you like go back and forth. And once you reach the end, there seems to be some open crates at the end of the tunnel that you can sort through.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to sort through them. Do I need to roll something?
Can I check for
Yeah,
traps?
perception. You can check for trap.
Is that perception or investigation?
Org looks at ground to check for traps.
Give me another perception. So just look for them. Yeah, everybody roll perception that is looking for a trap.
Oh,
22.
I got
Whoa.
15.
That's very different.
You said perception or sneak?
Perception.
17.
Everybody's looking for a trap.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cross Summit says nothing.
He's too busy glowing.
Coast looks clear. Because this is the
just gonna walk
safest
on in.
passage I've ever seen, and I'm very confident about this.
It actually makes sense that I would roll this high on the one that we went down because of him, because I don't believe him.
You shut your audio perception.
with a 17, a 22, and a 15, you get to see that there's seems to be like a thin wire across before like the crate that could trigger something.
Ah, yes, a greeting wire. They used to make
Sir,
these back
you don't
home.
see this. You don't see this. Nobody has said anything yet.
Okay,
I
we'll be
walked
like,
through it.
No, you're not.
no.
You're not in front.
walk
He's
through
not in
I
the
rolled a
cable.
2.
You're not in
Why
front.
would I not?
I'm
Why
in
would I
front.
see
You
this?
So
walk
I'm
I
through
walked
the
right through it.
cable.
I'm in front. I'm gonna block him because I see it. I'm gonna try and block him
Roll
because I see it.
strength to see if you can
Cross
stop
Summit,
him
wait.
with your
Is the
strength.
one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
okay,
not-
I roll
Yeah,
strength.
strength fight.
I don't have a
Oh, no.
modifier.
Oh,
I got a natural 1, so can you beat
oh
that?
thank God.
Yes, I can.
Oh, thank God.
Cross Summit, as you keep going, Allegory just stops you and says,
What do you think you're doing?
First off, stop bot handling me.
If you don't back up, then we're all gonna find out.
Definitely not my
Real
type.
quick.
Please stop.
Cross Summit,
Whoa.
look at your feet. There's a tripwire.
Flying, yeah, definitely not gonna fit.
What?
What?
No, we're
Cross
good.
Summit,
We're good.
stop.
No,
Back
no.
up. There's a tripwire.
A trip what?
A tripwire.
Who would put a
It's-
tripwire here? This is the safest passage.
No, crosswire.
Cross Summit, look at the
Crosswire.
floor.
Cross Summit.
Yes, it looks like a floor.
Crosswire.
My wires are crossed.
What the
Cross
heck?
Summit. We are in a foreign place. We have no idea who's here, how many people are here, or what else is in here. That could be rigged to something that's primed to explode. We do not need to trigger it. At the very least, it's gonna alert people to our presence.
Why
We have
would-
no idea if they're
okay,
good or bad
Okay.
yet. Please do not step on the
Fine.
tripwire.
Summit's hand.
Synthwave.
Make sure.
Synthwave. Can you please
Yes.
either keep him away from the tripwire or like make
I'll hold
sure
his
he
hand.
steps over it
Gotcha.
if he comes in this area? Thank you
What
so
is
much.
going on right here? Why?
This is not the
What?
safest passage, Cross Summit.
Focus on the hand
So
holding.
I'm gonna step over the
Fine.
tripwire and go
Okay.
look through the crate.
Everybody hold
while
hands.
making sure to pay
Oh,
attention
Borg can have my
for
hand.
any other traps.
perception for the crate.
Okay. I'm not ready.
18. Inside of the crate,
18.
there's a data pad.
Data pad. Ooh, I like data pads.
Sounds so excited.
Can I also step over the wire? You said there were multiple crates, right?
There's just one crate.
There's only one? Okay, never mind. I'll stay where I'm
It's
at.
just an open crate.
Okay. Yep, I'll stay where I'm at. Allegory can do her thing.
Yeah, I would like to look at the data pad, make sure there's like nothing, like no other wires or anything or sensors that if I pick up the data pad, it will trigger.
As you open the data pad, there's a little animation that plays and it kind of jumps at you and it says surprise. So I'll need you to roll me a constitution
What?
to see
Okay.
if you don't get jump scared.
Oh my god. So confusing.
Guys, can we play one of the Five Nights at Freddy's
No.
jump scare sounds?
Look who's
No.
overreacted now.
With an 11, I didn't get you off guard, so you managed to compose yourself.
I stay cool and composed, calm and collected. Okay. Does it do anything else?
That was it. You can put together that this was probably kind of like to trigger the tripwire. If they saw it, once you got over and you get the data pad, it would scare you, and then it would trigger the tripwire. But you managed to stay collected.
Can I try and get into the data pad and see if there's like any other information on it? Like if I can... Do data pads in this universe store like things that you've seen? Like is the camera recording and stuff like that?
You can.
So I have my decryptors. I have my decryptors. Would that give me advantage?
Yes.
Being 18.
With an 18, get that the user for the datapad says Drillhead as the owner of the datapad, and the only file that's in there was a little animation that says surprise.
Well, it looks like we're in the right spot, guys. It looks like the last person to log into this datapad had...
So, Allegory, I
Drillhead.
need you to do something
What's
for
that?
me.
Crosswire? Cross summit?
So-
Jesus. Oh my...
So far, you can't get my name right. And second, the left direction seems to be the most beneficial.
Yes. That was the direction that I picked.
That absolutely was not.
Alright.
You picked right.
In any case, cross summit, we need to go back and try a different tunnel. And I'm gonna make sure to step over the wire. I'll put the datapad back. I don't need it. And I'll make sure to step over the wire and make sure Cross Summit and Borg are in front of me, walking away so that they don't come back and try to go over the tripwire.
With wire?
No, Borg. You gotta go back.
Not with this wire, Borg.
Borg, that's that limbo.
No.
You are Borg.
No, not with this one.
Borg, we can try limbo when we get back on the ship, all right?
Play limbo with Borg?
I will absolutely play limbo with you, Borg, but back on the ship, okay?
Okay.
You return to the entrances of the caves. Two choices left or right.
The second from the left tunnel. Doing the same thing, checking for traps, being on alert.
Okay, the second to the left tunnel.
I'm in front. We're gonna get that clear right now.
Yeah, this tunnel, instead of going kind of like a snake, it just goes kind of like up and down. So you have to like climb a dirt wall and then get down and climb. So it's a little bit more tricky and more annoying. But once you get to the end, you find like a bigger room and you see a bot whose colors seem to be gray with reddish accents. And they seem to turn into some kind of a drill. Especially their head has a drill tip on top of it.
Oh gee, I wonder who that could be.
There's a pool of energon beneath them.
That's not.
And they're holding a data pad and another green crystal in their hands.
Well, that doesn't look great.
Can I do like a really quick check for traps?
You check for traps?
Yeah, I'm gonna check for traps.
Yeah.
Or like if anybody else is in the room.
Can I assist and give
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
With an 11. You look at the room, you don't see any traps.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and be like, I'm gonna run to this spot and I'm gonna be like, excuse me, are you okay? Are you Drillhead?
As you shake them, the hand that was holding the data pad kind of falls down, and there's an exposed
Oh, that's
hole
not
in your
good.
chest where their spark would be.
Allegory, we grab everything you can. We need to get out of here.
There has
There's
to be
somebody else here.
This-
There's no
this is-
other reason as to
Yeah,
why he'd
we
be
have to
gone.
go.
Grab the data slug and grab the crystal.
I'm gonna grab the data pad and grab the crystal.
When you grab the crystal, another light appears,
Oh,
hits you in the head, and you start downloading data. And another minicon appears. This minicon's name is Taser.
Taser! Oh my gosh, he's so cute!
A little black minicon, and they seem to have like a little barrel for hand. And when they first appear, they appear like in a little pistol. And he appears and says, "Hello, I'm Taser. Nice to meet you.
Whoa. Hi, I'm Allegory. It's nice to meet you too.
Did you awaken me?"
That depends on whether or not you were in that crystal, because I picked that up.
"Yes, that was my stasis pod. It was to protect me."
Oh, and yeah, I suppose I did.
This is happening. Synthwave, you hear a voice calling out for help, and just you. You hear it inside your head that says,
Please help me. I like look around a little bit, like who's in my head?
Boss, we just got a call from a bot that says they found the escaped convicts. Put them on. Yes, boss. What information do you have for us?
We just dropped them off at Noxus with no ship to escape.
Was there a cyber organic bot with them?
Yes.
Good. Good work.
Crossbone.
Ah, Crossbow, thank you for the information. We shall send you your payment soon.